It's that at Willoway Nurseries. It's June 9th. We're getting some rain today. It's kind of nice. Never turn down rain, I guess, until we get too much of it, but it helps replenish our ponds and keep things watered in really nice. So that helps grow great plants. This one, kind of coming into the season right now, is Artisan's Orange, which is really nice. There's a whole series of them, reds, there's yellow. We have lots of variety of echinacea that we have out there. But this is really the time of year when they start getting into the summer months of when these things really start to take off. We do grow this crop very early on in forced heat to get it to start coming. So these are a little ahead of your normal landscape schedule, but they'll just keep blooming continuously. You can see from the crop around me, they're just getting started, but they're really starting to bloom. I got probably about 8 blooms on this plant alone, so really nice looking. Hi, driving around the farm with Stilby. Visions in purple here is just coming into tight bud. We've got some really gorgeous plants, as you can see from behind me here, going down the house, but a lot of our Stilby are really starting to come into bloom here. So it's a great time to add some of that summer color. Really a long bloom time on these Stilby, and they can be shut back if you want them to reflush again in a couple weeks. They're back going strong again, kind of refresh them. We got purples, pinks, whites, reds, so there's lots of different color you can get in these. Some of the other things is we're starting to get into growing degree days. We're at 732. What that means is we're kind of coming into some of the scale season. I talked about this in the last video. Scale starts to really pick up this early summer. So right now, Washington Hawthorn is in full bloom right now at 731. At 730, Fletcher scale gets going. We also have it like 770, 750. We got a calico scale, European scale. So we've got a number of scales that are going to be really important right now to make sure we're out timely on the spray. So if you're out looking at things, look at it. Fletcher scale in use or taxus. Look down on the inside. If you see it black on the inside, that's usually a pretty good indicator that you could have Fletcher scale. It's a larger brown scale, so it'll be on the stems. Ewes are probably the most popular host that you find it in, but can be regulated, and also it is very devastating. It takes saps a lot of energy out of the plant, the scales do. Hi, we want to talk a little bit about another plant that's in color here right now. It's Itea Fizzy Mizzy from Proven Winners. Really nice compact habit, really nice display of flowers. You can see these are somewhat upright, where Itea, some of the varieties, they more like droop or kind of hang down a little bit. But this is a really nice upright display, really pushing out some new growth now as well. Some of the other things is you get fall color with Itea, so there's like 2 seasons of interest. Real easy to grow. It prefers a moist soil. They can kind of come from a root, so you'll get a lot of rooting, so they kind of colonize a small area. So there's a lot of rooting that happens. They're pretty tolerant. They like moisture, so you don't want to grow this on a dry site, or you could do a little bit of burn or scorch to it if it's too dry. The other thing I really like is that the oranges and reds that they get towards fall is really beautiful. So consider Fizzy Mizzy from Proven Winners. I'm going to talk about something new for Willoway. This is the 5-gallon Endless Summer here. We have a couple other varieties, Bloomstruck and Summer Crush in a 5-gallon as well. But we look at these, looking really nice. We got that blue color in it. This is what we're considering kind of like a landscape grade. We got asked for a larger size, Endless Summer and some of these varieties, so that we had more landscape ready. So this is what we're trying to do, is bring a big full plant, lots of bloom, big color, so that when you're putting your landscape job in, really makes a statement about the plant. So you can see behind me, we got a nice house. We're doing this a lot like our other hydrangeas. We do a split trim on it, so we'll have fresh blooming plants most of the season here. So take a look if you haven't tried this 5-gallon yet.